play. And do I have audio?
I don't know.
There is 23,000 some people. Oh, where's the audio? Come on. Let me try loading. Oh.
There we go.
Yeah, but it's really skippy. It's coming off from Nintendo UK, and it just keeps buffering. So many people are trying to watch to see
big or small.
It's Pokemon! Pokemon!
You can't even copy your Pokemon
Can we at least see the Pokemon?
actions. Pokemon X.
Pokemon. What the fuck? You fail, Nintendo. See, is this what you wanted, D&D? I know D&D.
Pokemon
D&D couldn't have
Y.
inspected this. Pokemon X and Pokemon Y.
What you just saw is the latest.
This
They've started?
apparently, and they're not off to a good start. But then again, there is
Trailer
30,000
for
people
the new
trying to
title.
watch this one stream.
There are no
Oh, Nintendo. I'm gonna try. Yeah, I can't even get their main page.
number
now.
of new game elements that have been
Can you hear it?
Yeah, barely.
another game
Oh my God, he's rubbing Pikachu on the face. Can I turn this up any higher? Yeah, try this. God, I've already got it turned up quite a bit.
includes many new elements and features, which
It's definitely not my internet connection. I've got 50 megabit. There's. Let me try 240p. Maybe if I do the lowest quality possible, it'll work.
I think it's an issue on their server's end.
Oh yeah. Well, it's Ustream.
Let's take a look at this.
Okay, I'm at the lowest quality. There's Mario. Yep, we're getting a new 3D Mario adventure game, just like Galaxy and all that.
Just like Mario 64?
Yeah, Mario 64, Mario Galaxy.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if I couldn't tell if they said Wii U or not, so we'll have to wait and see what they say. I'm gonna readjust the screen. Oh, and it's doing it again. Yeah. Well, while it's freezing up, I'm gonna readjust the screen. There we go. Now I got the screen.
Now, here's the thing about this. Nintendo's already revealed all of their major information. They've already, launched with the Wii U.
Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Princess Toadstool. 4 players. Well, then again, we pretty much already... Well, actually, no. We haven't had Princess Toadstool in some of these 4-player Mario games, except for Mario Party.
Mm-hmm.
In the other Mario new Mario Brothers games, it was 2 different Toad characters.
I believe the last time we had those 4 different characters all being playable at the same time, or at least in a single game, was Mario Brothers 2.
Yes, I believe so also. And this is just bad. I'm at 240. There's 47,000 watching the 240p. New Super Mario 3D World. Or no, not New Super Mario. It's Super Mario 3D World.
You just saw is the latest title
no.
in the Super
There's
Mario
a picture
3D
there
action
of
series.
Princess Peach in a raccoon suit.
Oh!
Furries are gonna have a field day with it, but the raccoon suit, the frog suit,
Super Mario
Tanuki
3D
suit,
World.
there's
This
a
game
cat suit.
represents the next step forward in the new style
Wario! Ha 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 ha!
of Mario 3D action games
Crinkle my
for
mustache!
up to
Ha! Oh, good lord, Nintendo!
4 players. The playable characters are Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Princess Peach.
Yes.
Each character has their own unique abilities. Peach, for example, can hover mid-air.
Peach can hover in midair. Wonder where they got that from. Wonder if they got it from
And
Donkey
Toad
Mario
can run
Planet.
faster than the other NES.
Toad can run fast? I don't remember Toad running that fast. I thought Mario was the speed.
Multiplayer mode is as cooperative or competitive as you choose to make it. So you
As competitive. I'm sorry, I can't help but make fun of it.
Happy.
can enjoy this new 3D Mario adventure in a different way every time you play. There is also an outstanding new power-up in the game, which is
Outstanding.
featured in the game's logo. It's Cat Mario.
Catsuit Mario and Catsuit Peach. Furries are gonna have a field day with this. We gotta go check Fortune. Well, I'll check Fortune.
Cat Mario,
Already?
a 3D Mario game.
Dude,
Super
you know
Mario
how fast
3D
the internet
World
is. If it
coming
exists,
out
there's porn of
in
it.
December. Let's move on to the next title. Please take a look.
Mario Kart.
Okay. Mario Kart, that's good. Can you turn it up a bit more?
It's already pretty loud, and I
Dang. Okay, that's it.
well, let me see.
No, it's good. It'll be fine.
Okay, I actually need to put out my cigarette. My ashtray in the other room. Okay, hold on. How's that? Well, yeah. As soon I say how's that as soon as they stop.
Yeah, good timing.
That's slightly better.
Yeah, I can hear it when it's playing.
Yeah. God damn it.
Their servers are just racked, I bet.
Dude, almost every second 100 more people tune into the stream. 65, 500, 600, 700. Okay, 920. 66,500. 67,000. Good lord. Yeah, they were definitely not prepared for this. They should have... Nintendo really should have gotten a hold of a bunch of the review outlets, a ton of review outlets, and given them a private Ustream and said, do not share this with anyone, you douchebags. We'll cut you off for the rest of your life. We want you to rebroadcast this on your own stream. Now I'm getting audio, but the video's frozen.
This is bad.
The name of the new Mario Kart game we are creating for Wii U is Mario Kart 8.
Audio
In
cut.
Mario Kart 8, we have implemented the mechanic of anti-gravity within the courses.
Anti-gravity in
With
the
this key
courses.
new feature, Mario and his friends can race up vertical
What is
walls
this, F-Zero?
and upside down. in
Vertical
new
walls,
three-dimensional
upside down, and
courses.
loops. All the courses are real 3-dimension, not just like flat tracks or curved tracks.
You can
actually
also
have
glide
tracks that-
through the sky and race underwater, as in
underwater
Mario Kart 7, or ride motorcycles, like in Mario Kart Wii.
So it's basically a culmination of a lot of Mario Karts. I like the
Still
look-
sounds like an F-Zero game to
Mario
me.
Kart 8 will
it-
offer the best collection of
Well, since we
online
haven't had an F-Zero
multiplayer
for quite a
modes
while, so I
that
couldn't
the
tell you
series
whether or not
has
this
seen
felt
yet.
F-Zero-ish. And
This
when I
time,
think F-Zero, I think of the
it's
Super
not
Nintendo
just
one, which is
racing
all
with other players,
Yeah,
but also sharing the fun of Mario Kart with others worldwide over Miiverse.
maybe more like Wipeout.
Mario Kart 8 will launch in spring 2014. Next is the latest installment in the Wii Party series, Wii Party U. This game will include not only standard board games,
I'm glad it's one of the actual Nintendo people doing this, but
but also a number of
this is
parties
really hard to
that utilize
not chuckle at
unique
it.
I think they
control
named this
schemes
after,
of the
Yakov
Wii U
Smirnoff.
gamepad and Wii remote controllers.
In Soviet Russia, Wii
Additionally,
Party U.
it will have 80 different brand new mini-games and what we are calling tabletop mini-games, which you can play with just the gamepad. We are hoping for Wii Party U to be the definitive party game, which is accessible for everyone with its different forms of gameplay using the gamepad.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a party game.
In our January Nintendo Direct, I announced that this game is being developed for release this summer. However, we'd like to take a bit more time to continue to work on the game. Thank
Walk
you
on the
for your
game? Why are
patience.
they walking all over their game?
I have no
Also,
idea.
during our
Clearly
Nintendo
they're
Direct in
masochistic.
January,
Or is
we
it walk
announced
their
that
game? What they're
We
gonna cook
Fit
it?
You will be launching.
Maybe they're gonna.
in
Maybe the
spring
game
and
needs to go to the
summer
bathroom.
However, we
Stir
have
fry
decided
you.
to create new
Stir fry
features
you.
that
The
will
new sequel
result
to Cooking
in
Mama.
as high quality and
We Fit You.
experience as possible.
In Soviet
including
Russia,
those
We
using
Fit
the
You.
new Fit meter. So the development has
I'm not gonna stop
required
this
more
time.
time.
No, you shouldn't. It's funny as
After
shit.
the Wii U launch, we couldn't release games as
Soviet Russia,
smoothly
we
as
launch
we
you.
had planned. To those of you that have been eagerly awaiting these titles, I appreciate your patience.
Hi. And he bows.
I'd like to share that we now plan to release Wii Party U toward the end of this year, and Wii Fit U this winter. As I
That's both the
mentioned in
same
our
thing. Towards the
January
end of this year,
Nintendo
this
Direct,
winter. Oh,
we are seeing
It could be
incredibly
late winter.
high-quality drawings on Miiverse from users who have clearly invested a great deal of time and energy in their
they're
creations.
showing a lot of artwork.
We had
on
no
the
idea
on
that
the,
Miiverse would be used
people
in
using
this
the
way before we launched Wii.
tablet as
But
a
then,
drawing device.
we started to wonder
you know what
what
this reminds me
users
of?
could accomplish if we
It reminds
provided
me of
them
the
with
artwork people
more
used to send into
complete
Nintendo
drawing
Power.
tools. We asked our development team
That's a
to
really good
create
thing.
software
Yeah.
that would help us answer this question. Here it is.
Art Academy.
A new installment of the Art Academy series is in development for Wii U, but we are not yet close to completing this software.
Not yet
On the
close
other
to completing
hand,
it.
we noticed what is happening on Miiverse and decided it was worthwhile to provide a new drawing
This is a
tool
great
by
idea.
taking some
This
features
is a
from
great
the
idea.
new
They're-
game
they're capitalizing on
and
the draw
release it
something
in
craze.
advance as a special version just for Miiverse
they
artists.
really if they could have made an
This new
announcement and said
software
we have
allows
hired on all the
users
people
to
Zynga
post
fired.
drawing to Miiverse
Ooh,
That's
oh, that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
title.
Nintendo
This
needs
drawing
that
tool
type of stuff right
will
now.
be available from the Nintendo eShop on Wii U this summer.
Then again, Art Academy is its own studio.
You will be able to
does it,
use
so
pencils,
that would have been almost a slap in
colored
the face,
pencils,
so.
and pastels
Wow. Okay,
as
lots
you
of
draw
tools.
directly on the gamepad screen and post your creations to Miiverse.
Is it sad that I'm actually tempted now, just over the artwork stuff?
We hope
No,
that
no,
you
because,
will continue to
let's
surprise
look at it this
us
way.
by creating
Mario
and posting
Kart,
such great drawings
Super Mario
with this
World,
software.
and Mario Paint
Announce
were
additional
major
features
Oh God,
draws
yes, Mario
for the
Paint.
Super
including a
Nintendo.
specific launch date and price.
This sounds like
Nintendo has
another
always appreciated
better
the
version
support
of Mario
our
Paint.
third-party
Yeah, I
partners.
mean Mario Paint. The great
The
thing about
user
that was
experience
it was
on
the first
Wii
console
and
that
Nintendo
really used a
3DS
mouse.
is richer
Yep. Yep.
due to the combination of software from Nintendo and these publisher and developer. Our strong partnerships are certainly evident through the titles scheduled to launch this year. Let's take a look at what our partners have been working on.
Third-party titles: Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Okay.
We know the system can handle it. Batman: Arkham Origins. And it's showing Batman. Batman: Arkham Origins Black Gate for the Nintendo DS or 3DS. Deus Ex: Human Revolution Director's Cut.
Ooh, I didn't know there was a director's cut coming out for it.
Disney's Infinity. This is their like online social MMO type game that has Disney characters. Just Dance 2014. Rayman Legends. August 28th, 2013.
That needs to come out as soon as humanly possible. That's right now the signature game for the system.
Scribblenauts Unmasked, a DC Comics adventure.
Whoa! Hey, hello! I didn't know about that.
That's for 3DS.
Oh,
You
okay.
get Batman in it.
Batman. My voice is very Batman-y right now.
Disney's Planes. Oh, we got here. Shin Megami Tensei 4.
Meh.
A lot of people are going to be interested in that.
Yeah, I'm not one of them.
Skylanders Swap Force. Keep up with Skylanders. That's been doing very well. And that's for the 3DS also. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Blacklist.
That's good.
Drop the Blacklist. Sonic Lost World.
Really? Another Sonic game?
Yep. Well, keep in mind, this is Nintendo handling all the Sonic stuff.
Yeah, it's just, I thought that stuff would die out.
Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs.
Nice. They're getting Watch Dogs on the Wii U.
Yeah, and think about using gamepad along with it. Where you already have the tablet.
Nintendo is also
Nice.
committed
Yeah.
to expanding our digital offerings
That might be the
and
system
supporting
to play
the
Watch
growth
Dogs on,
of
honestly.
our
Yeah,
digital
that might be it. That sounds like a really good idea. You already have your hack
I am
device.
constantly impressed by
That
the
is really weird
creativity
for me
and
to say that the
innovation
Wii U
in
may be the
games
Watch Dogs
for
platform.
Nintendo eShop that we see from our many
The
independent
flexibility of
developers.
the technology is right there.
Let's take a look
they
at
drop
the
the
selection
price-
of games arriving on Nintendo eShop very
Oh
soon.
my god. Okay, eShop releases. Bullpoint Universe. That's an odd art style. Cloudberry Kingdom, another odd art style side scroller. Coaster Craze Deluxe. Roller Coaster Creator. DuckTales Remastered.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Dungeons and Dragons: Chronicles of Mysteria. It's a side-scrolling D&D fighting game, like brawling fighting game. Mutant Mudds Deluxe, another side-scroller, 8-bit looking game. Oddworld New and Tasty, which is they already mentioned that at the PS4 thing last night. That's the remake, the HD remake of the original. Shovel Knight. Spin the bottle. A spin the bottle game. Great.
Wow.
It looks almost like it could be a WarioWare title.
Okay.
It's that creepy and odd looking. World of Keflings, which is based on Kingdoms of Keflings, which was kind of this Avatar Sim City type of
Next
thing where
is
you brought
the
your
latest
avatar around
information
to put up
about
buildings.
the Wii U version of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. In our January Nintendo Direct, the game's producer, Mr. Aonuma, demonstrated how the world of The Wind Waker and HD graphics are a very good match. And that's why he decided to return to this game world on Wii U. Today, we have prepared this video. Please take a look.
Okay, so Zelda Wind Waker for the Wii U.
Wait, is this just a remake of Wind Waker?
I don't believe so. They're returning to the world of Wind Waker. But think of that art style at 1080p. That really nice, like cel-shaded cartoon art style. And I'm looking at the video at 240p. You know, my girlfriend Jamie really liked Ocarina of Time, but I don't think she's played any. To some degree Majora's Mask, but I don't think she's played the like Wind Waker or any of this stuff.
The last one that I played was Majora's Mask.
Which that game has a lot of mixed reactions to it.
I didn't enjoy it as much as Ocarina of Time.
Watching Jamie trying to play Ocarina of Time again, it's just like, holy crap, there's something seriously wrong with this game. I really enjoyed Twilight Princess. Just the play of how well it controlled, even though it wasn't necessarily a native Wii Wii game. It was made for GameCube initially, and they just threw in motion controls. But there's something just visceral about swinging your Wiimote around for like some of the sword attacks and getting combos to work properly.
What you just saw was The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, running on the Wii U system. The Wii U's version of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker features visuals rendered at 1080p that immerse you in the game like never before. We are also utilizing shaders on the Wii U to improve visual expression and refine our texture graphics. We think that with these improved visuals, the game looks as if it has been reborn. The story of The Legend of Zelda.
It is just Wind Waker, okay.
On the open sea,
That seems like a bit much ado about nothing. Why make a big deal out of this?
Because they're probably still working on their real next-gen Zelda game, and they know a lot of people love Wind Waker, and it's much easier for them to...
They gotta haul ass on that. They really gotta haul ass.
Made some adjustments to the game to help improve the overall tempo.
But you know, I think this will be a big seller. People that loved Wind
Today,
Waker will
I would like to talk about one key change from the original GameCube version. In the original game, the player receives an item called the Tingle Tuner from the
Have they really updated the graphics?
Allows you to connect the game with the Game Boy Advance system to experience assisted play from another player. Of course, Wii U isn't capable of linking with Game Boy Advance.
I don't know.
So we decided to update the Tingle-related
That has to look a lot better. That has to be a lot visually stunning.
Once you receive the Tingle model item from Tingle, you can start posting levers. It's like putting a message in a bottle and
they've more than likely updated the 3D models.
Through this new feature, comments posted on levers will wash up on shores of other players.
You can send out messages in bottles that appear
You can even attach a screenshot from your game.
Message in bottles, and it'll go to Miiverse, and other people will find it in their games.
To connect with others and get the most enjoyment out of the game. The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD will be released.
And it's going to be October 2013
Next up
from
is
the
a game we will launch before The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker
good. I mean,
HD.
that game is probably
The
small
Wonderful
enough that they can easily
101
do that.
from Platinum Games.
Let me do a search to see how big it was.
Hideki Kamiya. This is an action game where a group of heroes and their leader Wonder Red will battle against the Space Invader group.
Another showing
the
some like anime.
The heroes use an ability called Unite More, which lets them transform into
the Wonderful
giant
101,
weapons
I think
by
that's what
uniting
you're showing
themselves with others.
It's that superhero.
Unite More power will be activated by drawing the specific symbol corresponding with the transformation on the Wii U gamepad.
On the Wii U gamepad, they show like all these dots that represent all the
bigger
different
symbol
heroes
on
that are
the
in the
screen
group.
means
And then you
more
can
heroes will
tap
unite,
and slide around and have them go in
the
different
Unite More
directions.
will be more powerful.
And then they kind of group up into these big attacks. And right now they showed a bunch of them grouped up and formed into a sword.
At the in-game shop,
and then
the
the rest of
player
the group
can
is basically
purchase
swinging the
and
sword
add various skills and moves using items called
It almost
Opas,
looks like,
which the
like the
player
Pikmin thing we
can
were talking
collect
about last time.
throughout the game.
Yeah.
But they're superheroes that are like combining all their powers.
Players can acquire and use additional Unite More powers as they play, such as Unite Guts, which reflects enemy attacks. In this game, a cooperative multiplayer mode for up to 5 players is also available. Each player will lead his or her own group of heroes and battle together.
Nintendo game.
The Wonderful
discs
101 will launch on
for the
August
Wii.
23rd.
No, for the GameCube, were
in
1.4
Europe.
gigabytes.
We'll be able to share more information
not
with
that
you
big at all.
closer to launch through
The
a
Wii
Nintendo Direct
just basically a
dedicated
DVD,
to the Wonderful 101.
And then the Wii U is a pretty much a
Next
it's
is
a
a title
specialized disc.
that
It had
we
to
are
be
announcing
25
for the
gigabytes
first time
single
in
layer.
this Nintendo Direct. First, please watch this video.
Once we're out of the press conference here, I have thoughts on the PS4 from Speedy.
Now we've got Donkey Kong.
Yes, Donkey Kong.
Yep, Donkey Kong Country.
It's a new game. It's not a remake of the original, right?
No, this looks like a new Wii U game. Now the 3DS did get Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D, so basically they got the Wii game on the 3DS.
The video you are watching is from the latest installment of the Donkey Kong Country series we are creating for Wii.
Creating for Wii U, latest
Donkey Kong
installment.
Country is a side-scrolling platforming series which is known for its dynamic action and creative stage design.
One more second.
In this new adventure, Donkey Kong and his friend's home, Donkey Kong Island, has been overrun by Vikings from the North Seas. In order to take back his home, Donkey Kong needs to set off on an adventure to 5 other islands.
We're showing
As a Wii U title, for the first time in the series, we are able to depict the world of Donkey Kong Country with HD graphics. Just look.
HD graphics.
You can even see Donkey Kong's fur flowing like this.
You can even see his fur.
One of the biggest
I'm watching it at
advances from
240p, so I
previous Donkey
can't.
Kong
It's all
Country
blurred to me.
is
Yeah.
the use of
But
different camera
you know,
angles.
it looked like it was fuzzy.
In this game,
It looked like
in
he was actually
addition
a
to the
fuzzy
side
ape
view,
or monkey.
depending on the stage, the camera will spin and show you dynamic scenes that enable new gameplay experience.
Oh. So dynamic scenes that enable new gameplay experience that we've had for quite a while basically they're showing the barrel firing things, but they're changing the camera angles. So
Once again,
every
the
time you
game
fire
offers
from one
a
barrel to another,
two-player
it's
simultaneous
readjusting the
multiplayer.
camera and showing that instead of you just going in a straight line from one side of the map to
addition
the
to
other,
Diddy Kong,
you're going like up the
Dixie
side of a
Kong is
mountain,
that
or the
as
barrels
a
are
playable
firing you
character.
around a tree, twisting
Dixie Kong
upward
plays
around the
differently
tree.
than Donkey Kong
So
and Diddy Kong.
they're really taking a lot of
the gameplay
3D
possibilities
to it,
for
putting
the
like a lot of
title.
3D.
It's still a side scroller
Yes,
though,
it's
in
still
the
primarily
most
a
basic
side-scroller.
sense. Okay.
Primarily,
The
it's a
game's official title
side-scroller,
is
but,
Donkey
That's
Kong
good. No,
Country.
Donkey Kong Country really needs to stay a side scroller. It needs to stay a side scroller.
This
Yes,
year.
it's a side scroller, but then when you get into the barrel
Next
spots,
is
they then
Bayonetta
go more
2
dynamic
from
and more
Platinum
with
Games.
it. But once the barrel
In the
stuff is
last
done,
trailer
the cannon
we
firing stuff,
released
then
for
it goes
this
right
game,
back to side
you
scroller.
weren't able to see Bayonetta from the front. Platinum Games has prepared another trailer that shows a little more.
Uh-oh. Bayonetta.
Oh no.
Bayonetta.
Children, cover your eyes.
No, don't. You must see the hairsuit. Bayonetta 2? Yes, Bayonetta 2.
I'm surprised it took him this long to come out with another Bayonetta.
And they're basically showing cutscene stuff from the looks of it. But then again, most of the cutscene stuff from Bayonetta, Jesus, that was quite the intro for her. Characters swinging around this big spear, breaks this area open, the camera pans through the area just got broken open, all this dust set goes away, and it's like right in between her frickin' legs. Then again, what am I gonna expect from Bayonetta? I'm gonna expect over-the-top sexuality in it. Fighting monsters that are called angels. So, Neon Genesis Evangelion. She fired her bullets and then they stopped in midair in front of the bad guy she's fighting, and they were all arranged in the shape of a heart.
Are you kidding me?
You know what? This is just... Bayonetta is just over the... Oh, there she goes, creating her gigantic monster out of hair powers. You know, this game is just over the top enough, I can't give it faults for being hokey. Because Bayonetta was hokey as shit, and that's what I enjoyed about it. What's this? Oh, that's also Bayonetta. Wait a minute.
What did you think? Bayonetta previously
Hokey, like
had
it's supposed
very
to be.
long hair, but in Bayonetta 2, she's undergone a major makeover and now has a new hairstyle and costume. Now we can show you actual gameplay for the first time.
There we go. That looks like... It looks like Bayonetta. The fight is taking place on a train, on the back of a moving train. And from the... It looked like the fight was taking place in another scene at the very beginning of this. It looked like it was on a crash-landing stealth bomber. This is what I like about Bayonetta. It's let's take all like the big set
more
pieces that you
information
see in
about
God of War and go more over the
once
top with them.
E3 begins. Bayonetta 2 will launch in
Bayonetta 2.
2014.
Also available from the shop channel.
Next, please
Oh,
take
and
a
also
look
keep in mind,
at
the
this
Wii
video.
allows you to plug in external USB hard drives.
That's good.
Yes.
That needs to happen with all consoles.
And I don't believe there's a size limitation. Monolith Software and Nintendo is proud to present another mech game? Shogo? What? Is this Shogo? I think Monolith did Shogo, unless it's a different Monolith. Shogo?
What's Shogo?
Shogo was that anime mech game that I was telling you about when we first saw the video of Titanfall. Oh my God, it's Shogo! There's first-person mode. There's some. Wow. There's stuff outside of a city. Okay, this is very anime because there's gigantic weapons on the backs of these guys too. I like a lot of the alien world stuff. We see. Oh wow, the mech turned into like a car that you can drive around, and it's got jets on its back so you can fly around with it. Nice expansive open world from the looks of it. Like really nice expansive open world. It's got to be Shogo. It's got to be Shogo. If it's not Shogo, then
All right, you're gonna cry?
X. X. Why does it say X? What is this? X. It just said X.
In this new game being developed by Mr. Tetsuya Takahashi's team at Monolith Soft, the goal is to create a large-scale open world that players can explore seamlessly. The team is using their experience from creating Xenoblade to make this goal a reality.
Okay, it's a Xenoblade series.
We hope that this video you have just seen
So it's not
has
Shogo,
given you
but
a taste
goddamn
of
it,
the wide open
so
adventure
close to Shogo.
that
Then again,
the game is
I've
looking
never
to
been
do.
into the Xenogear or
By
Xenoblade
the way,
games, so that's
The
why I
player
didn't
will
catch
ride
it right off the
the
bat.
human-shaped robot that appear in the trailer at
Human-shaped
certain points
robot. You
in the
mean
game.
mecha?
They will even fly in
You're
the air
Japanese. Say it
and
right.
battle against enemies. This new title from Mr. Tetsuya Takahashi's team will be
You know what?
launching in 2014.
Full-blown open world
Please
anime
stay
mecha style
tuned.
game, and the looks
We
really
have
good.
one final game to
Really
show
good.
today. Please take a look.
I do a search for. Let me see if I can find images here.
I'll go ahead and look images up afterwards. I don't want to tempt fate by pushing my internet.
Well, actually, don't even worry about going to look for the images. I will just send you the direct links to the images.
There we go. Sounds good.
That way, that's all you're having to deal with. Here is a picture of on the ground. Keep in mind, it's open world.
It's loading really slowly.
Smash Brothers. Oh, it's
Yeah.
cell. It's like got a cell animation style to it. Like
New Smash Brothers. There we go.
characters have like these black outlines around them, so they're doing character style. Oh, what's this? Oh, and now it's going to the cell animation just disappeared around them, and it went to like the full high quality stuff.
Ooh.
So it looks like you could switch between different animation modes. There's Samus.
I just finished loading that picture. That looks really nice. That looks really gorgeous.
And that's on the ground. Yeah, and it looks even better in full animation. Okay, do we have any new characters? Villager from, I'm assuming... Oh, what's that game? Damn it, what's the name of that game? The little village one where you have to run the village on the Nintendo and the...
I have no idea.
Shit, a new one just came out too. My brain is collapsing in upon itself. New challenger approaching. Who is it? Who is that?
Who is it?
Mega Man!
Oh, yes!
Mega Man joins the battle.
Yay!
And he's got all of his abilities. Where's Rush? There's Rush!
Yes. Mega Man isn't Mega Man without Rush anymore.
He's broken down. He looks pissed.
What?
He just switched to one of the enemy ability to Metal Man ability, so he's throwing big buzzsaw blades at Mario. So it looks like he can Crash Man ability. He got Crash Man's weapon. Woodman. Oh, he's taking all the abilities from like the classic Mega Man enemies.
Oh,
Holy shit! They just like 7, 8, 9. I'm counting how many different enemy abilities he's pulling out, and they're zooming in on a video screen with when each ability comes in. Wait. Wait. What's this? Oh, it's. It looks like some of the Mega Man
We will
big
open
bosses are in
the
it.
official Smash Brothers website
Mega Man,
and
awesome.
Miiverse community
He was
after
needed.
the
They
conclusion
needed to put
of this
him in
Nintendo Direct. So I hope you check them out. Super Smash Brothers for Nintendo 3DS and Super Smash Brothers for Wii U will be released in 2014.
Okay, there's one more image. This is an image from
I
behind
hope
one of the
you
mechs
enjoyed this
while it's flying
special
in the air.
Nintendo Direct. Soon, E3 2014
Wow, that's really intricate.
will officially start.
Yeah.
Anime as all
Our
hell, but you
isn't
know, what do you
open just
expect?
yet.
Yeah.
But right
But it
after
also
this,
has like a really
you
nice
can have a
organic
sneak
feel
peek
to it.
by checking out
Just the way the
a
whole
special
world looks
video
around
from
it.
our website.
Okay.
And if it's
We
open
will
world,
also
as
have
open
game
world as they
trailers
say, and if it's
and
this
developer
multiplayer,
hands-on
like
videos
almost
of the game
MMO-ish.
we just announced. So please take a look.
You know, if Nintendo was to announce
That's
a
all for our
Pokemon
presentation.
MMO,
Oh, God.
I'd fully be interested in it if they did a cell shading style, made it look almost identical to the cartoon, but maybe a little bit more fidelity to it, and just made
They
it straight
would
up MMO.
make so much money.
They'd make a killing off the air. What? That was it?
That's it?
That looks like it was it.
That was only 40 minutes!
That wasn't even a power hour.
The fuck? I feel cheated.
Maybe let me load up right off of Ustream. Nintendo Direct presentation will begin at 3 p.m. UK, 4 p.m. South Africa. Where's the dual density discs? Someone's saying, and then Nintendo won E3.
Yeah, no.
Smash Bros. DS. There's a lot of people freaking out about this, but at the same time, Mega Man all up in this. That was epic. Nintendo's such a letdown. Mega Man, Animal Crossing's player. Okay, it was Animal Crossing. That was the character they showed. The character from Animal Crossing. Don't worry, that's obviously not the full roster. Where's Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney in Smash Brothers?
Yes.
Screen just went black. I think that was it for E3 and Nintendo. Why no Sonic? Sonic's probably still in it. So yeah, that was pretty much the only stuff that Nintendo showed off. That was not really a whole lot. I mean, they did show some interesting stuff that got me interested,
there.
but they didn't mention any price reduction, which D&D was thinking was going to get announced.
Yeah, that kind of needed to happen at this point.
Let's see, Nintendo Wii price reduction. Let's see. Pactor predicts Wii U price cut, feels Nintendo is losing. Well, yeah, Nintendo's definitely losing, and they had to do a price cut on the 3DS. But they also made up for it by giving people that ambassador service, which they have been really giving people more stuff with that service too.
We missed a small chunk there.
No,
did they
missed,
announce?
All we
a
probably
price cut?
missed. I don't think they announced at the beginning because I only missed like less than a minute. And it was Pokemon when I came in, and it was basically them rubbing a Pokemon on screen, like petting Pikachu. I don't see anything here specifically about a price cut. Yeah, stream is still not. That looks like it's it. Let me check a news site here real quick. If anyone's got anything. The Bureau. XCOM Declassified. Super Smash Brothers characters. Nintendo showcases Bayonetta 2. Retro Studios' new game is Donkey Kong Country Wii U. Multiplayer hits Wonderful 101. Zelda Wind Waker HD coming in October. Nintendo's Wii U eShop highlights. Nintendo highlights 3DS, Wii U third-party support. Wii U gets new Art Academy game. Casual Wii U games delayed. Mario Kart 8 announced. Wii U's 3D Mario is Super Mario 3D World. Okay, so that's a Wii U one, not a 3DS one.
Okay.
Pokemon XY get release dates and new Pokemon type, but that's it. There was no announcement of a price cut. If they do a price cut, they'll probably announce it like closer to the end of summer. They're probably not too interested in doing a price cut just yet because we're not really in the holiday shopping season. And people right now want to save their money and either use it on vacations or on freaking gas. What's gas prices right now looking like down by where you are?
About $3.60 a gallon.
$4.29.
Ugh.
Yep. That hurts business up here.
Yeah.
That hurts holiday business. Like,
Big time.
4th of July is not even fully booked up yet.
Ooh, brutal.
Not at all. And not at all fully booked up. And Labor Day weekend is only like 75% booked up because we had a big group of people stay here last year that took over like 8 rooms. And they re-rented all 8 rooms for this a year ago. They re-rented it for this year.
There we go. That's good at least.
So, but other than that, we're just not seeing the business right now because it's just gas prices are killer. Economy is just killer. It's just bad.
Now, we do have some thoughts from Joe. We spoke to Joe last night before the Sony press conference. Checking in with him this morning. He said this: Microsoft can come out smelling like a rose if they hear what people are saying. They can earn respect with the community. The hardware is not the problem. I disagree with that personally, but continuing. It's the policies. At this point, they have the hard part done. They can fix everything by just copying Sony's model. It was a beatdown, though.
They're not going to be able to. The whole DRM stuff is going to.
Yeah, there's too many hardware blocks.
Yeah, well, yeah, but also the DRM stuff more than likely is publisher related. The publishers wanted this stuff, and Sony's just like, no, we're not going to do it. What are you going to do, publishers? Not publish on the big platform?
That would be suicide. You're not going to put your game out on the PlayStation? Are you kidding me?
I mean, EA, you already tried to say that you weren't going to put stuff on the Wii, and then you double backed on that.
Yeah, how'd that turn out for you, jackass?
And it's EA is, Microsoft, they'd have to get rid of this stuff, but at the same time, they're pretty well beholden at this point to that.
Yeah. I mean, what they can't just tell the publisher, no, this isn't how the console's working anymore. That's how the console was built. I mean, there are specific hardware blocks already in place. We already know it's region locked.
They're gonna have to
for shit's sake.
They'd have to put a lot of money into just redeveloping a lot of the back end stuff that they did.
And the company's just not going to do that.
No,
that'd be the right thing to do, but they're not going to do that. It's too expensive for them.
So from the looks of it, Sony for sure won. Let's take a look at what they're saying on IGN for who won. So who won? Oh, actually, hold on. We've got something cute again.
This is how you share your games on PS4.
Oh.
Step 1. Sharing the game.
Thanks.
PlayStation. I think that this commercial is so much better than anything that they've had previous for PlayStation commercials. Air this on TV. Just air this. Like here's how you share your games. There you go.
And that's the thing. They're just showing how retarded fucking Microsoft is being right now. That's all they're doing. They're not worried about showing off extra special features for the product. They're just showing that they have a nice product that you can share with friends and enjoy at your leisure because you bought the product.
Okay, so on IGN, they have a poll. Who is winning E3? What do you think the percentage is between Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo?
Oh, it's got to be vast.
What do you think the percentage is? Like, what do you think Sony's percentage is?
I'm bad at guessing these kinds of things.
Okay. Nintendo, 4.17%.
Ouch.
Microsoft, 12.36%.
Double ouch.
Sony, 83.47% of people said that Sony won. Now, I am... There's an animated GIF. There is an animated GIF on the IGN page of have you ever seen the cartoon Fist of the North Star or heard of it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Fist of the North Star is an anime where like it's all about beating the crap out of people so hard that they fucking explode into blood. And I will just copy this image and I will send it over to you. Oh, it's a shortcut. Well, you should be able to open it up.
File. Yes, open it. It's loading incredibly slowly.
Don't worry. When you see it, you'll be like, oh my god, that's perfect.
That's horrible. Well, it's like it's loading like one frame every 5 seconds. Okay, that's appropriate. That's appropriate. That is extremely appropriate.
X-Bone fans are starting to sound like Tea Partiers.
Oh my god. It's true, they are.
Now, I just got a reply, apparently, on the Facebooks from the X-Bot.
The X-Bot?
Yep.
What's the X-Bot?
The one guy that's saying that Xbox is gonna win, that Sony's not. I basically said that here's what he said. He went and read the features, the details on connectivity, licensing, and privacy. He says it's not as bad as people are making it sound, and Sony did not win a thing. And I mentioned something about no trading, and he said no trading. It specifically says they allow it, and it's up to software publishers if they want to charge for that. I said, sorry, but I don't like big companies telling me what they and their content partners think I should do with my content. Apple learned this with music when they removed the DRM, and now I can take my iTunes music to any service. I go on a bit, and after like my third post, I was like, I seem like a Sony guy. But then I stop and think about it. I'm like, no, the first console I owned from this current generation was a Wii. Then I got an Xbox. And then I only got a PS3 because I got an HD TV and wanted a Blu-ray drive and figured, you know what? I might as well get a PS3. So I hate the PlayStation controller. I've never really played a whole lot of games on the PS3 because there wasn't a whole lot of games I was overall interested in. But I had that Blu-ray drive. I'm really interested in the PS4, especially because it's PC hardware. Now, here's the thing. You can still give your games to friends to keep. You just won't own a copy yourself after you give it to them. They can still play it. That's not the idea, though. The idea is letting them borrow the game while you still own it.
Yeah, the game is not, a license or an idea. It's the fucking disc you buy. It's the product you buy.
I like the idea of having my entire library at my disposal if I'm on someone else's console. Okay. I don't see why the PlayStation 4 couldn't also do this, because they've got Gaikai. Mm-hmm. They aren't trying to kill the used game market. Oh, yes, they are. They are looking to improve it.
Oh, yeah, totally. Mm-hmm. You fucking stupid. Whoever this is needs a fucking moron.
And if you get rid of a game, you don't have a copy of it, period. Well, duh. If you get rid of a game, you don't have a copy of it, period, duh.
Thank you, Captain Idiot.
I get rid of I let my friend borrow a Blu-ray drive. I'm not sitting, or a Blu-ray disc or a DVD. I'm not sitting here going, oh, I don't have it anymore. Oh, it's more than likely I've finished up some of that game and I'm letting them borrow it so they could try it out. I'm a game collector and I will still always own a hard copy of my games anyway. Well, the problem is that hard copy don't mean shit anymore. for the Xbox. And used games are something I'm all about. This isn't going to change anything. Yes, it will. All this stuff is just petty. And as a gamer, I'm looking for the best overall experience for me. Well, guess what? As a gamer, you are in the minority of gamers.
Mm-hmm.
You are in
You know
the
how-
minority.
What was the one word or one few words that they said most at the Xbox presser?
Gamer.
No, the
Oh,
Xbox presser. TV,
sports, movies, TV, sports. With Xbox Live Connect, way more exclusives and everything else, it's an easy choice. The only reason it's exclusives is because Microsoft is throwing a ton of money at these guys to stay on their system. Especially now because the hardware is so similar that there's no reason for anything to be exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get all the Xbox hatred from the Sony marks. Oh, he's using a wrestling term there. That's really good. Like it's an inferiority complex or something. If you're a PlayStation person, fine, stick with it. I just don't see much of an upside with what PlayStation is offering. Good work, Nintendo. Stay out of the bullshit. You know what? This is exactly an Xbox aficionado. This is exactly an Xbox brand loyalist fanboy. Just like that there are Sony brand loyalist fanboys. And like I said, I am not a fanboy of Sony. I am a fan of companies that are honest and that are dedicated to the gamers. Valve and Steam.
The only way that could have been a better presser last night was if
Valve came
they
out.
walked. At the very end, Gabe Newell walked out and said, "Are you forgetting about me?"
Well, no, if he would have come out and said, about a year ago on Kickstarter, I appeared in a video for a sword fighting game by, I can't even remember the name of the author that was working on that game. I appeared in a video on Kickstarter, and I said, these things take time. The time has come. And just right there, boom. Boom. Everyone would have been like, Half-Life 3 or Steam on PS3 or PS4.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been it. Now, I have no doubts we're going to see Steam on PS4. I have zero doubts that we're going to see it on PS4. Sony would. I do not think Sony would have any issue with that. Especially if you could buy a game on PSN and have the Steam version of it as well, or if you buy a game on Steam and you have the PSN version of it as well, and make a deal like that. It's like, hey, as long as there's these games that are on both systems, let's make a mutual deal. And let's make like achievements and stuff work both ways, achievements and trophies and such.
Yeah.
There's a lot there's a lot of stuff that Sony can still do. There's a lot of catching up that Microsoft has to do that shows that they are really out of touch with the gaming market. They're very out of touch with the gaming market right now.
Unfortunately.
And also keep in mind that all of these companies, they have had their own problems. The Wii, their problems were possibly made by themselves early on with low production runs. So you could barely get a Wii when it first launched. Wii U, too expensive for what it is when it launched. Way too many software problems when it launched. Xbox, when that thing launched, way too many hardware issues. Red Ring of Death left, right, and center. And then Sony, what was their biggest problem? The PlayStation 3 itself. They went so far into left field with that system that it was not good for them whatsoever. And everybody knows that. And that's what I think has gotten a lot of the people that support Xbox to hate PlayStation and Sony overall. Is that they look at Sony and think these guys are idiots, they don't know what they're doing. They know what they're doing now. They really know what they're doing now.
Yeah. I have a hard time thinking about anything that I would want more on a gaming console than what they presented with the PlayStation 4. It's just a solid, great console at a reasonable price.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah, and actually, there was another quote. Keep in mind, the PlayStation 4 is releasing for like $100 less than the PS3 launched for. It's still less than the PS. So let me take PS3 US launch price. The launch price
Was expensive as fuck.
Sony sets PS3 launch price at $499 and $599. Those were the two tiers. So it's $100 to $200 less than the PS3 was. The Xbox One is releasing at the price the PS3 launched for. with Kinect packed in, which, honestly, Kinect is not a selling point for me.
No, it's not. It's like I said last night. The forced inclusion of Kinect is just like the forced inclusion of the Blu-ray player on the PS3.
Yep. Forced inclusion. Well, and it's forced inclusion of Blu-ray player, and they wanted to make that a standard, and they made it a standard, as I think D&D mentioned last night.
Yeah, they did.
Forced inclusion of the PS2 backwards compatibility hardware, because it was literally hardware that was in there doing that work, and then just switching over to the cell architecture and having a really hard system to develop for, because they weren't offering like any help. And now they're like, you know what? Those were all the bad things that we did. The inclusion of the Blu-ray player, not necessarily bad, because that did increase disk storage from 4 and 8 gigabytes to 25 and 50.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of space that was needed for more textures, and and higher quality audio and everything like that. At the same time, then the backwards compatibility. With this one, they're basically like saying, okay, backwards compatibility. It's not going to be with your old games, which still does kind of suck, but we're going to have Gaikai in here, and you can do game streaming. And if they would have said our service will also work across tablets, to where if you have a tablet, you can play our PlayStation 4 games, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1. If you have a phone and you can just tie a Bluetooth controller to it, or one of our controllers to it, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
It perfectly works.
I didn't think I'd ever be sitting here saying that Sony won.
I didn't either. But after watching, like, if we were to have started the night determining who was going to be winning this, I would have said possibly Ubisoft again. But after seeing everything that happened, I would have easily said, like, Microsoft was going to lose. I didn't think they'd lose harder than Nintendo in everyone's eyes, but then again, Nintendo didn't really have a presence.
Now, in my opinion, the worst presentation was still Ubisoft.
Yes.
Ubisoft had the worst presentation of anyone there, but they didn't lose. They still had some decent products. Rob?
Yeah, I'm just checking. The Xbot has posted a what we know about PlayStation 4 and that stuff.
How much bullshit? How much bullshit?
It's from CNET. Let's see. The Xbox One and PlayStation 4 house very similar silicon inside their respective bodies with few key differences. According to exhaustive analysis by Digital Foundry, the biggest difference in the two is the system's hardware is the RAM each uses. PlayStation 4 has 8 gigabytes of DDR5, while all signs point to Xbox One having 8 gigabytes of DDR3. The DDR5 used in the PS4 is the same type of RAM used by most video cards and optimized for graphics throughput. Richard Leadbetter of Digital Foundry speculates that the GPU may have as much as 50% more raw graphical computational power than the one in the Xbox One. That, coupled with its faster graphics memory, may translate into prettier games on the PS4. Judging from the demos shown at both conferences, it's difficult to say which system displayed more impressive real-time graphics. Both Final Fantasy 15, or is it Versus 13, we don't know, and The Order displayed incredibly impressive real-time cutscenes in the PS4, probably better than anything I saw on the Xbox One during Microsoft's press conference, but it's hard to say for sure, having not actually played any of the games and having so far only seen them from a few hundred feet away. Okay, so here's what we got. Xbox One, $499, PS4, $399. Availability, November 2013, holiday 2013. So first I'm going to say the Xbox One stat, then the PS4 stat. Blu-ray drive, yes. Hard drive, 500. Motion control, new Kinect, bundled. Move controller, doesn't say it's bundled. CPU, 8-core x86 AMD processor in both. RAM, 8GB DDR3, 8GB DDR5. USB 3, yes. Wireless, 802.11n with Wi-Fi Direct, and then 802.11n in the other one. Now, Wi-Fi Direct, I'm mixed on that. That's just another way of the controller wirelessly connecting to the system. And so far, PlayStation 4 controllers have been perfectly fine. Gigabit Ethernet, yes. HDMI, yes, in and out. PlayStation 4, yes. Suspend and resume game support, yes. Background downloading, yes, yes. Native gameplay and video sharing, yes, yes. Real-time gameplay streaming, yes, yes. Twitch for Xbox, Ustream for PlayStation 4. That's obviously Microsoft probably threw a ton of money at Twitch. Like a ton of money at Twitch. Exclusives. To say the obvious, each company's lineup of first-party self-published games will be exclusive to its own console. As of the E3 press conference, Microsoft showed many exclusive first-party titles. Key games included Dead Rising 3, Rise, Son of Rome, Killer Instinct, Quantum Break, Project Spark, Titanfall, and Forza 5. Now, Titanfall was not necessarily an exclusive, because we know it's coming to PC.
Mm-hmm.
The company also pledged that all DLC add-on content of Activision's Call of Duty would first display on the Xbox One. Key exclusive PS4 titles show Killzone, Shadowfall, Infamous Second Son, Knack, The Order, Dark Sorcerer, and 10 new indie titles. If I had to pick a console with the strongest light-up, Xbox One would probably be my choice. The exclusive games shown just feel more exciting than what Sony demoed. But here's the thing we need to keep in mind. Exclusive titles, unless you're Nintendo, don't mean shit.
Yeah, everything's going to go between the Xbox and PS, whatever, eventually.
Yeah, they don't mean shit, especially because a lot of those titles fall apart if they don't, pick up, and we only have like 2 exclusive titles that stick around. What exclusives really stuck around on the Xbox?
I can't, beyond Call of Duty, I can't think of one.
Call of Duty is not exclusive on the Xbox, though.
Oh, it's on PlayStation?
I believe it's on PlayStation also. And it's on PC. Xbox... hold on. Call of Duty... Black Ops 2. Let's take a search and see...
Blops.
PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Microsoft Windows. So Call of Duty is not an exclusive. It may be a timed exclusive, but timed exclusive...
Oh, no, yeah, it's on PC as well, right.
Yeah. The only 2 games that I know of that have really stuck around for Xbox as exclusives have been Gears of War and Halo. I don't, off the top of my head, I can't think of any big name exclusives. Now, what exclusives have stuck around for PlayStation?
Metal Gear Solid.
We sure on that?
I think it's still an exclusive. I don't think it's on PC at all.
Metal Gear Solid 4. I'll do a search on that one. Guns of the Patriots. PlayStation 3. Yep. Metal Gear. So we got Metal Gear Solid, and I'm just talking about the current generation. Metal Gear Solid, Uncharted, Infamous, Resistance, not Call of Duty.
Call of Juarez.
Killzone. Sony has a lot more big name exclusives, in my opinion, that I can name off the top of my head, without even being a fan of most of those games. Little Big Planet, and that's a smaller game, but still, and those are all off the top of my head. For Xbox, I cannot name off the top of my head a lot more exclusives. So, and they probably had some more exclusives early on, but where are they now? Where's the Perfect Dark franchise? That's completely gone, and Microsoft owns Rare. And we don't see anything else in that respect.
Yeah, Nintendo really has the exclusives market locked down.
Handheld controllers for the PS4 and the Xbox One are evolutionary descendants of the versions found on each respective platform. Sony DualShock 4 differentiates itself with the clickable touchpad on the front, giving developers an additional option when designing games, although we've yet to see it in actual application. DualShock 4's body includes a light bar on the front, enabling motion control functionality with the PS4's eye camera to track the position and identify where the controller needs to be. Oh, that could be one reason why they're not doing Move stuff, because the Move controller is pretty much built in to some degree to the DualShock.
Mm-hmm.
And who's texting me? Oh, Davlin just logged in. DualShock 4 also includes social function buttons, a focused button, a share button, and built-in speaker and a headphone jack. And from the sound of it, it's a straight-up headphone jack, not proprietary headphone.
That's good. That's really good. I hate that
Xbox-
kind of proprietary bullshit.
Xbox One uses Wi-Fi Direct. PlayStation 4 relies on Bluetooth 2.1 plus EDR. On paper, Bluetooth 2.1 plus EDR, theoretical 3 megabit maximum speed is clearly outclassed by Wi-Fi Direct's 250 megabits per second theoretical output. However, whether this will result in any tangible difference remains to be seen. Yeah, what do we really need 250 megabits per second going to a controller for? Is there really that much of a fidelity that's needed?
I doubt it. Like, what really do you need that much out for?
I don't know. And here's the thing: I'm using I've got a Roku 3 that has Wi-Fi Direct. I can barely walk into I can barely walk into like the hallway with it not fucking up.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with the Wii and using Bluetooth, I can go outside of a house, probably 30 feet away from the console, with maybe a wall kind of in between me, or more like a window, and it still worked fine. I'm still playing the bowling game. Worked perfectly fine. Bluetooth is fine. Bluetooth works fine. There's going to be more Bluetooth technologies. Wi-Fi Direct, I just can't see that being a big thing for this, or be something that's going to have a lot of advantage taken out of it, because 250 megabits. What are they sending?
Excessive and unnecessary tech.
Yeah, what are they sending to the controller that really needs all that? Because it's just the same freaking controller. It's the exact same controller. However, whether this... in the Xbox One's case, the extra bandwidth could end up being important if Microsoft chooses to release add-ons, like the microphone for voice chat and an updated version of its keyboard pad. Really? I mean, keyboard is like one letter at a time. You don't need 250 megabits for that.
Okay, I gotta ask. Why would you have your headset going through the fucking controller? There are other ways to do it.
Well, yeah, there are Bluetooth like headsets and stuff like that. I know the Xbox One had like a headset that had the cord come down and plug into the bottom of the controller. So Sony's basically capitalizing on that idea. But you needed to have the dedicated headset, or you needed to find an adapter for headphones, which is not really that easy of a thing to find, like at a store. Whereas, you can either do the Bluetooth headset on the PS4, or just plug in your own earbuds.
Yeah.
I've already got like 20 pairs of earbuds. I'm just going to plug those in. That'll work perfectly fine. And Sony could start releasing their earbuds and their headphones and just put right in the box, compatible with PlayStation 4.
Yep.
It will be interesting to see which wireless standard delivers more efficient battery life as well. Now, I'll say, here's something about the Roku. One of the things the Roku 3 remote has with the Wi-Fi Direct is that you can plug in headphones in it, and then it'll turn the sound off on the Roku through the TV, and it'll play it through the remote control to your headphones. My batteries, when I do that, die within like a week. The 2 AA batteries in that thing are dead within a week of me making use out of that.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling Wi-Fi Direct is going to be a battery sink for this controller, just from my experience of Wi-Fi Direct thus far. Motion and voice control. Every Xbox unit will come bundled with a second generation Kinect, while the PS4 will be compatible with Sony's Move controller and new stereo camera. It has yet to announce any plans to bundle them with the system. The new version of Kinect will offer a wider range, wider field of view, better tracking of individuals, limited finger tracking is now included, and the ability to track more overall bodies. And, frighteningly, also determine your current heart rate. The first Kinect never really made a strong impression on the hardcore gamers, and it's too early. Never made a strong impression on the hardcore gamers. The hardcore
made a strong impression on the any gamers. No one liked it.
Yeah, no one did. But since every Xbox One owner will have one, its functionality advantages will be much more integrated into your overall experience. Well, this means that the hardcore gamers aren't going to be generally happy with this, because now, with it being a standard on the Xbox, more games are going to take advantage of it.
Or going to try to use it and fail miserably. Let's go back to a specific example of
the Wii?
Star Wars Kinect.
Oh!
That failed miserably, horribly. It fucking failed.
Yeah, it's let's make a Star Wars lightsaber fighting game. Oh, look, we didn't really. we couldn't actually make a good one.
Yeah, the Kinect could not decipher the exact movements at all. It had no ability to pull down those specific movements that were needed for complex lightsaber fighting, or even with the side games. With the speeders, it was bad. It was really bad.
I think the most complex lightsaber dueling game that we've had that I at least enjoyed was probably the oh god damn it! What were the ones where you had the Secret Apprentice?
Oh,
They were all this
Force
generation.
Unleashed.
Force Unleashed. Yeah, I think Force Unleashed was like probably the best example of really good lightsaber fighting, and just having a very powerful Jedi character that you played as.
I played through and I just wasn't a fan.
Okay.
But that was more along the lines of because of the story and bullshit.
What'd you think of the lightsaber fights, though? Just that aspect of it.
It wasn't bad. I mean, I played through Force Unleashed on my computer, and it was enjoyable.
Did you play through the sequel at all?
No, I'm sorry, but at the end of Force Unleashed, I was like, okay, you know what? This is bullshit.
Did you play through the DLC?
No.
Do you remember what the DLC was?
It's like your fucking
It was the
you took Darth Vader's place.
Yeah, the alternate reality of you taking Darth Vader's place, and they only did that in the DLC, which I thought was a really interesting way to handle it. It's like let's go in two separate directions. Let's have the standard timeline that we all know, with just the side stuff that we never were told or whichever, and then let's have this alternate reality where Darth Vader was defeated. And
yeah, I just can't appreciate it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay. Going back with this, the device will always be on, and simply stating Xbox on will power up your entire system and sign you into your account based on facial recognition. Not to be outdone, Sony says its camera will have similar facial recognition functionality. Okay. If you want it, you don't have to have it, though. More than any other next-generation feature is its ability to navigate your entire interface simply with the sound of your voice that feels the most futuristic to me, and by futuristic, I mean this is the kind of stuff I envisioned we'd see by this time when I was a kid. Interfaces that bring us one step closer to the holodeck. You know, I can kind of understand some of that, but at the same time, I don't want to sit here having to talk to my systems. I mean, I've got my computer that's got text dictation. I barely use it. But however, with Siri on my iPhone, do you want to know the only text dictation feature or text recognition feature I use on Siri is?
What's that?
I will show it to you right now.
Uh-oh.
Come on. Siri, set a timer for 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes and counting.
Now I have a 5-minute timer.
5 minutes and counting.
Now I have a 5-minute timer. Whenever I cook something in the oven, and I set it for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, I tell Siri to set a timer for 2 minutes less than that. So right when my timer goes off, I know I have about 2 minutes to get downstairs and take it out before it starts burning.
Okay. Interesting.
For me,
That's the only text dictation you use, though.
That's the only thing that I use. Well, sometimes... No, I'm not even... Well, then for calling, like call so-and-so or call so-and-so. But I rarely use that because I still just pick it up and go to my favorites. But the use case of having that timer is great. I love having that. And with Apple putting in like set brightness and like a couple of other things, like I'd like to have Siri like turn down screen brightness, turn screen brightness up. That stuff I'll be happy with. Turn Wi-Fi on, turn Wi-Fi off. I'll be happy with that. But it's very small use cases. I don't want to be sitting here going page up, page down, page up, page down. Go to Netflix, go to this, go to that. I don't want to be sitting there having to do all that.
That makes sense.
You know,
any closing thoughts that you might have for the conference? I mean, we touched on things pretty damn well last night.
Yeah. Community social features. What I really think will happen is we're gonna have to wait and see exactly what happens with both consoles going into the future. But I think Sony really took this E3. They really just took this E3 and said we are here for the gamers.
We trust the gamers. We want them to do what they want with the products they buy.
We fucked up. You told us we fucked up. We fucked up. We are going to change. Because our brand started with gamers. Our brand will continue with gamers. Everything else is on the side. We are not going to be this
PlayStation is a place where you're meant to play.
Yeah, we're not going to be this television box. We're not going to be this movie box. We're not.
Although we do have this stuff for you. Hey, if you gamers want to do this, we got it right here.
Yeah, we're not going to be this movie box. Although we are the #1 Netflix box, we are. We're not any of this stuff that you don't need. We are the stuff that you want. We're not the stuff that you don't need. That's a good way to put it. We're not the stuff you don't need. We are the stuff that you want.
It's not the gamer box.
And you're starting to break.
It's the gamer box you deserve. Sorry, that's what it made me think of just now.
So yeah, this is going to be extremely interesting. I keep seeing that PS4 is $100 cheaper, but doesn't come with the camera, which is another $60. So that means they're really only $40 cheaper. Well, not yes and no. I mean, if you keep in mind,
do I want a camera?
Apparently, you can't even use from some of the stuff that has been rumored. And you know, we'll be learning about this sooner or later. You might not even be able to use the Xbox without the Kinect hooked up.
What?
There is a rumor going around that you may not be able to use the Xbox without having the Kinect hooked up.
That's bullshit on a stick right there.
If that is true, I hope that is not true.
That better not be true.
If it is, that is really going to be a bad thing.
That's horrible.
Now, someone here in the comments on this CNET article, I find it so interesting, to be honest, how Microsoft is acting. As an avid PC user, I have always loved Microsoft for the most part. It surprises me because the difference between Microsoft and Sony in this regard is very similar to the differences between Apple and Android in the phone world. Microsoft is taking on the role of overly arrogant, inferior technologically speaking, and putting all sorts of restrictions on against what you want to do, as opposed to what they want you to do, or more to the point, they say you want to do. Now, I will say Apple does that to a point, but also Apple is more about the simplicity.
Mm-hmm.
And simplicity does require restrictions at times.
And they've gotten a lot better about DRM and things like that.
And if you don't want that product, you don't have to get it. And I'm saying I don't want an Xbox because I don't want that stuff. I do want the iPhone because I want that simplicity, and I want that I want that dedication to, we're going to get this device to have great battery life. Whereas with an Android device, I can't really use all the features that I want to throw at it without risking a ton of battery life. And you know, that's why I've gotten Ouya. It's a Android device with no battery. It's all plugged in. I don't have to worry about battery life. I can have as many little on-screen widgets showing weather and news and my radio app and all that stuff on my TV 24/7. That was why I got this Ouya, for the primary reason. Yeah, overall, I think this generation is going to be a really, really interesting generation to watch.
Yeah, I think the fact that even I was eager to look into buying a PS4, I mean, that says I haven't owned a console since the original Xbox.
I really wonder if they're going to allow dual booting again on the PS4 and allow you to install Linux.
What's dual booting?
It was when you could install Linux on the PS3, and they took that feature away, and a lot of people got pissed off. But since this is an x86 system, there's absolutely no reason why they couldn't allow dual booting again and allow you to go Linux. And even PlayStation, even Sony could say, hey, we're going to allow dual booting. So if you want to install Linux, if you want to install Steam, if they allow this, the PlayStation could seriously be a dual boot game console. You can boot into PlayStation 4 mode, or you can boot into Linux and have Steam.
Does that mean I could have, you know, my wonderful Steam box running its own version of Steam Linux kind of mix? I could have my computer running Red Hat or something nice like that with Steam on it and WoW and everything. And
I don't know about WoW. Well, does WoW have a Linux version?
I believe they're coming out with one, actually.
If Sony says That could have been a killer thing. If they could have just come out and said, we remember you guys like dual booting. It became too much for us to deal with, so we got rid of it. But guess what? Linux, it's back. And to talk to you about Linux, Gabe Newell from Valve Software.
Mm-hmm. If they said, guys, we feel your pain, you're going to be able to play Steam and WoW on Linux on your PlayStation. If you want to deal with it, I would be like, here, just take money.
$400 Steam box. Oh yeah, that this is gonna be quite. Let me just do one quick search. PS4 Linux. Should the PS4 allow installation of? When was this post? 3 months ago. Okay, so this was quite a while ago. Yeah, most of this stuff is from months and months ago. So probably won't. Oh, wait, 12 things I learned. So yes, it'll be running PC, but with PlayStation operating system instead of we're pretty sure. Okay, what's this? It'll have PC guts. Where's the Windows part? We're pretty sure that for the PS4 will be the hacker's dream come true. Surely someone will figure out how to run another OS on this thing. Yep. The added horsepower pushes graphics to new heights. David Cage of Quantic Dream, Indigo Prophecy, Heavy Rain, and the up-and-coming Beyond showed brand new character renderings just to give an example of how far the PS4 capabilities can go. DualShock 4. Okay, this was a while ago, but still. There will be support for tablets, smartphones, and the PS Vita, though Sony didn't really go into too much depth about this. This, again, is from the reveal that they did, not this last night's, but the reveal from months ago. They did say that there will be some support to include video sharing and interaction with other players. However, the bulk of development will go to the PS Vita, where players will be able to stream games directly from the PS4 to the Vita. The integration is so tight. See, and that's another thing. I will be able to stream my games from PS4 to my Vita.
Yep.
They tried this with PS3, and it didn't really work out with PS3 and PSP, but it did not really work out too well. But then again, the PSP was not made to do that. They tried to force it into the system. The Vita is made to handle this, and the PS4 is being made to work properly with that architecture, with that setup. Mm-hmm. This is not something they're trying to shoehorn in last minute. Yeah, this is going to be a really interesting console cycle, and with this stuff being so close to, not being so close, is PC hardware. I think PlayStation is going to be just like, you guys can do what you need to do. You guys can mess around with the hardware and all that stuff. Go right ahead. It may void your warranty, but just keep that in mind. And Microsoft's going to be like, no, lock down the system. We need to have this locked. We don't want people screwing up with our stuff.
I don't care if the company has to say, you know what, hey, you completely opened the box up and gutted it. We can't honor your warranty. I'm fine with them saying that, because I mean, if I want to pull that box open and do whatever the fuck I want with it, I kind of expect you to say, well, there's really not much we can do for you. That makes sense to me.
The integration is so tight that a game running on the console can be stopped and resumed on the Vita. Great for those moments when someone else wants to commandeer the TV in the middle of your game.
Oh,
and we already see that with the Wii U, because the Wii U's tablet has a TV button that will take the game from the TV and put it on the Wii U gamepad, so someone else can watch television. See that, I like that type of stuff, and the Xbox is trying to do some of the TV stuff as well. Mm-hmm. But they're trying to do it as integrating it into the hardware. They're trying to do an integration of television interactivity with the hardware, and I think that is a bad move.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
But there's also people saying that what they want is the Xbox to be input 1 on everyone's TVs. Because right now, input 1 is more than likely either your cable box, or in my case, Roku. And they just want that to be input 1. They want that to be the default HDMI input, and then just have something else tethered to it.
And maybe the multimedia console like that is the way to go, but they're presenting it in a way that is unappealing for gamers, which is bad. I mean, you want to make sure things are enjoyable for your direct audience, not just whoever you might want to try to sell stuff to.
Davlin's available. Do you want to... looks like Davlin's available. Want to pull him in real briefly to see if he says anything about... well, hold on. You watch Nintendo Press... or Nintendo Direct? if he saw it or not, we'll see.
We should probably be wrapping up here shortly.
Yeah. But, yeah, the... Why am I still on this page? So... You know, Nintendo showed off a couple of interesting things, a couple of interesting exclusives that make me more interested in the Wii U.
I'm not going to be getting a Wii U myself. I'm not.
Yeah. It's still not what I really want out of the system. Okay, he said not yet.
Yeah, that's okay.
Impressive. It wasn't impressive. No price cut, just a few games, some good, some meh.
All right. Any closing thoughts you might have on the Nintendo presser?
We gave a lot of fucks.
No, the Nintendo.
Oh, the Nintendo presser. We didn't even give fucks in this, did we?
I wasn't even counting this early in the morning.
We weren't paying attention. I want to say we maybe did. No, I won't even say. It wasn't after the festivities of yesterday. This was just kind of like Nintendo saying, "Hi,
we're over here.
Remember us?
Remember? Used to like us?"
So, yeah, I mean, I may get a Wii U, but it's gonna be after a PS4, and it's gonna be if Nintendo does something really impressive. If they don't do anything impressive, not even gonna worry about it.
I enjoy some of the games, Donkey Kong, the new Donkey Kong especially. I love the Donkey Kong games when I was a kid.
Yeah, but also keep in mind that the biggest thing that Nintendo has going for it is that it's Nintendo games.
Yeah.
And you're starting to break up something fierce.
Dang it.
So with that, this has been the emergency Nintendo Direct feed of R&D. What was that?
Way too early in the morning.
Yeah, way too early in the morning, way too bad internet.
Well, really.
I'm gonna take another quick peek at that comment thread. Okay, he hasn't posted anything else yet.
For Rob, I have been Dan.
For Dan, I have been Rob.
That's the show. Good morning now.
Morning! Good morning, good morning,
In the morning.
good morning. And we out, we out, we out.